guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi, how are ya? Are you guys ready for this video? This video has been the craziest video I think I've filmed. Not in a bad way, just that it's so time consuming and it is just such a long video, but I feel like I can't cut out a lot of the parts because they're all important. I am doing a review and 3-day wear test.
Like, why can't I be normal and just do like a 12-hour wear test, you know, for this product?
3-day wear test on the new Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer and Powder. This is already a long enough video and I just wanted to intro and tell you guys to grab a snack, grab a drink. It's a long one, but I promise it's worth it. I hope you guys like it and enjoy it even though it's super long. I just really wanted to have for you guys an in-depth tutorial wearing the product more than, you know, my first impression, because my first impression honestly of the concealer, it wasn't like the best, but you guys will see all that. So yeah, let's dive into the past 3 days of my life that I have been trying out these products. Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Monday. Today is Lazy Hair Monday because I just did not feel like dealing with my hair. I have the beginning of a trial or review starting today for the very so popular and new Jeffree Star products. I bought a concealer and a powder. Now the Magic Star Concealer packaging looks like this. But look at this packaging. Okay, the box is even like so freaking pretty. And this is a liquid concealer. I did get mine in the shade C7. And then the powder, which is a matte packaging, which I can really appreciate that there's a difference and a little bit something different. I know it is just the box, but I mean, hey, they're paying attention even to the box. So I got mine in the shade Translucent. Now here's the actual packaging of the concealer, which guys, this had me shook. I honestly thought it was going to be not as amazing as it looks in pictures in person, and it's even better. Like, this is unique out there packaging in my opinion, especially for a concealer. The little star, it could really injure someone. I mean, it could cut a bee, just being honest. But personally, I love the packaging. I love the gold detail. You guys know I love gold anything. And then this pink up here, it's just so pretty. It's so beautiful. And it has a doe foot applicator. This doe foot applicator reminds me a lot of a couple of liquid lipsticks that I have that are some of my favorites, because it stores a little bit of the product in the tiny baby little hole you guys can see through there. And as you're applying product, more product keeps coming out from the little hole, and you don't have to keep dipping in for more products. So that's really good. Both of these products retail for $22, which I personally feel like it's a very good price. I don't feel like it's too expensive, and I also don't feel like it's too cheap, not in a bad way, or too affordable. Now this is what the setting powder looks like. I mean, this is beautiful too. I just left my ugly little fingerprints on there, and it is translucent. I mean, this packaging is just like, it's so beautiful. Now the foundation I'm going to be using with these products for today, because I plan on testing this out for about 3 days. Today is going to be the first day I'm putting it on my face and seeing how I like it. Today is basically like a first impression. Now it is around 3 in the afternoon. I should have started earlier, but it is what it is. I plan on taking it off around 12 at midnight, so I mean, I'll still have a good amount of time.
And it really hits me. Like, the background is so pretty and my face is so horrendous. That's why I just want to focus on my face.
So let's get on to popping on the foundation, and then we can work on the Jeffree Star products, because I am excited. Very excited to see how they work. The concealer shade is C7. That is something that I wanted to say. I felt like it was a little hard to
differentiate. Why can't I say that word? I know that word. I can say it.
was very hard to differentiate the shade tones online, and I'm one who really doesn't have an issue choosing foundations or concealers online. Most of mine have been chosen by myself online, and I always get a good match. This one, I can say it looks a little lighter than my typical concealers, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. We will just have to see how it blends once the foundation's done, because I've seen some people, their concealer looks super light, and then they blend it, do the rest of their makeup, and it ends up working out. So I'm going to blend this out like I normally would. I always take my concealer to my lid and blend it, and I normally apply the same amount as I did now. So everything is going to be as I normally do it, so I can really get a feel for how this is going to work into my routine, if I'm going to like it, if it's going to work with my other products. I actually don't feel like it's too light now. I feel like it just worked well, and it just blended out beautifully. That's one thing I can say, that it blends out beautifully and seamlessly. Now we're going to go ahead and set our makeup. I opened mine already. I took the little plastic thing off, and I'm going to dump some on the back of the cap, on the inside of the cap. And this has a very sweet scent. It's not a like old lady perfume scent or like a very overpowering sweet scent. I personally like the scent of it, and that's all. I don't think it smells like cotton candy. People said it smelled like cotton candy. I personally don't feel like it smells like that, but it's just another sweet scent that I can't describe. I'm going to go ahead and blend that concealer out again, because we don't want to set a crease concealer. And now we're going to go ahead and set our makeup. And like I always set my whole face with setting powder, I'm going to go ahead and do it just like I would normally do it any other time with any other powder and concealer. I'm going to set it. And I literally set my whole face with it, with any powder that I'm using that day. So that's exactly what we're doing. And I feel like a little bit of powder goes a long way. You don't have to dump out a lot, because the little goes a long way. Now I'm going to brush it off, kind of like blending it into the skin. My skin is looking flawless, like a mannequin skin, literally. I am very surprised actually, and kind of digging the very airbrush like skin. You guys know I have crater like pores, and like they look concealed. Even though I didn't conceal them, I used the setting powder. What do you guys think? So I'm going to go ahead and finish up my makeup and go on with the rest of my day, and then I'll check in at the end of the day and let you guys know how this first impression, first day of wearing these products went. Alrighty guys, it is 11:10 at night. I forgot to show you guys the time earlier, but I've had this makeup on for about 8 hours. Put it on like around 3. It's 11 now. So far I can say the concealer under my eyes doesn't look bad. It doesn't look crepey or super creased as it does with others that I've tried before. You can see my fine lines, but the concealer is not in there, which I like. It's so far I am really liking this powder, because I mean right here I did you know, wipe my around my lips. My lipstick's completely off. I was gonna put lip gloss on to look a little more presentable, but this is the true reality of how my makeup is looking at the 8-hour wear. And so far I'm liking the powder. The concealer, it's looking good. I don't feel like it wore off from anywhere. Yeah, 8-hour wear for today, and then I guess I will see you guys tomorrow. All I can say is so far, so good. Hey guys, it's Tuesday. I am starting off today's wear test late again. It is 3:32 in the afternoon. Are you focusing or not? And 333. And honestly, this morning I totally forgot that I told you guys I was going to wake up early and start this wear test earlier than yesterday. I will for sure set my alarm and do that tomorrow, wear it for a longer period of time. I feel like today I'm going to wear it for about the same time as I did yesterday, which was around 8 hours. And I am also trying it with a different products. So I applied my Benefit Professional Primer today. Yesterday I used a Tatcha, and the foundation I'm using today is a Maybelline Superstay a 24-hour foundation, and I have mine in the shade 128 Warm Nude. So this is the face combo that we have going on right now. Okay guys, I applied the concealer, I set my face, and I am loving this day 2. I am loving this powder. I feel like the powder, even if you're not wearing a foundation that's full coverage or like a very heavy foundation, this powder won't make it look like it's heavy, but it'll set it very beautifully as if you are wearing a full coverage foundation, and not in a bad way, like in a very, very good way. Like I can wear my lightweight foundation that I wore yesterday that still has a little bit of mattifying in it, but it's not like super full coverage and matte like this one. And it still gave my face like the appearance that it's like very perfect, very, you know, no pores. I mean, I have my pores, but you can barely even see them. Sorry, I'm getting close to the mirror and you can barely even see my pores in this area, whereas the like biggest problem area I have now, it set everything beautifully. Obviously you can see my fine lines under my eyes, but it didn't crease. The concealer didn't crease down there. It looks beautiful. I am liking the concealer now. Yesterday I told you guys that I was kind of like halfway liking it and halfway just like Today I discovered that I do like it. I would say I prefer it with a more full coverage foundation because you only need one coat of it, as opposed to yesterday when I used something that was, you know, not as full coverage. I needed a little extra help just in this area where I have the most redness. But today I just did one coat on each side, and then I did my regular concealing the chin, the nose, and my forehead, and it looks amazing. I am also very happy with the shade C7 now. I also told you guys yesterday that I felt it was a little too light, but once it blends out, it just blends into the skin, and it blends so seamlessly and beautifully that I feel like this shade is perfect, because I personally like a lighter concealer under the eyes to give that more highlighted look. Hey guys, I'm ending the night or the morning-ish because it is currently 2:30 in the morning. I have Babe's phone, the little flash on right now so that you guys can actually see me in the closet and see the makeup. And I literally need to take this whole makeup off. But overall, I know my eyes look so red. This one has been bothering me lately. I feel like I have something in it, but anyways, overall the makeup doesn't look super bad. Like, I don't look super oily. what does look oily is my eyebrows and like the center of my forehead. But I mean, that's after 11 hours of wear, which is insane. That my face looks this good. I have not touched up at all. Like overall, the wear of the concealer, I don't see any creasing. I hope it's focusing. I don't see any creasing or cracks. The powder has held up my makeup without being super oily so well. Like, I'm so freaking impressed, and I'm actually glad I, you know, kept it on for this amount of time. Hey guys, welcome to day 3 of this wear test for the Jeffree Star concealer and powder. This is our last day. Now, very quickly, I do only have my foundation, primer and foundation. Primer, I did use my Benefit Professional again, and for foundation, I did apply the Huda Beauty Faux Filter foundation, and this is in the shade Cheesecake. Now, I want to show you guys how that is creased on my lid and on my under eye down here. You guys see that creasing? And then if I get closer, you guys can see my forehead, how it's very creased around the very fine lines on my forehead that I have. So that's just my foundation not being set, and it happens with every foundation. It's not that this is a bad foundation, it's just I need to set my foundation. I have oily skin. My oil will start seeping through and breaking apart all my foundations, but I thought it would be a very good idea to show you guys that today so you can see how it is previously to applying the setting powder and the concealer. Now, I did blend it out over on this side. As you can see, there's a slight difference, but this side over here is starting to crease again, which means I need to set it, which is why I always set my eyelids as well. And when I tell you guys, like at the end of the night, past 2 days, I've been telling you, like, there's no creasing, there's no concealer creased up in my fine lines. That's what I mean, and that's what I'm looking for, especially in my forehead. You guys can see I have a lot of fine lines, so I'm just going to blend that out again. That's all I need to do. I need to blend it out again, and then I will go ahead and go in with the concealer and set my makeup. Yesterday I left my makeup on for 12 hours. I did not finish this until it was 2 in the morning. Like, I was shooketh. I was so tired. I ended up going to sleep like at, actually I think I told you guys it was 2:30. I ended up going to sleep at 3 in the morning because I had to take my makeup off. I had to like wash my skin and do my nighttime routine because my skin was yelling at me already. So I did that, went to sleep around 3 in the morning, which is why today I was like, I'm sorry, but I am not waking up at 8, 9 in the morning to do this super early. But I mean, it's still not super late. I don't know if I've told you guys the time. It is 2:15, and we're going to move on to the concealer and powder, and then I'll see you guys at the end of the day. Okay guys, it's been about 2 hours. I think I showed you guys last time that I put on all the makeup and the concealer and powder about 2 hours ago. It is now 4:35, and I just wanted to quickly show off my makeup, you know, because it looks super cute today. I'm definitely feeling the whole look, and I know the other days I just showed you guys like the application, and then the very end of the day I totally forgot to show you guys like an in-between clip of how my makeup looks. So today I was like, I need to show them. This is how it looks, 2 hours of wear already. And as you can see, there's no like creasing, there's no budging of the concealer on my forehead where I applied it. The powder looks beautiful. Something that I have to mention about this powder.
Airplane, motorcycle, like.
One thing that I do have to mention about this powder is that it gives me such a mannequin-like look to my skin. And you guys know I always complain about my crater-like pores. This powder makes it look like I have no pores in this area. Like my most problematic area
Is this camera focusing on my backdrop?
My most problematic area is right here. I have the biggest pores here, especially this area down. And I like to focus powder on those areas, especially this powder now that I've realized after 3 days of wear that it gives me such a flawless look. It makes my foundation last longer, my concealer under my eyes. You can see I showed you guys earlier that there was creasing of the concealer. I look so beautiful.
So beautiful.
You can definitely see none of that now, and it's something that I must mention. I'm so sleepy and I'm coffee deprived this whole week. I need coffee in my life. It is 11:28. So you can see under my eyes, my concealer is not creased like I showed you guys earlier, like it could happen. And I feel like my foundation stayed on nicely with the powder. Like it doesn't look super oily. My lipstick looks crazy, but real life, I had pizza and the greasiness helped take all my lipstick away. But other than that, my forehead I feel still looks really good. Like it's not creased into my fine lines except on this one. But that's a foundation. I didn't apply any concealer here. That normally happens at the end of the day with most of my foundations. It's very minimal, I would say. Very, very minimal. But other than that, everything looks good. Look at that highlight. I feel like, again, we had a very good wear day. 9 hours and my makeup doesn't look super crazy. This powder definitely helps so much for my skin, my foundations to last like even longer than I would expect them to last. So yeah, the concealer as well looks very, very good under my eyes. It still looks kind of bright. I don't feel like it looks dull or anything like that. Yeah, I will see you guys in the final portion of this video. Let you guys know my final thoughts, and that concludes today's wear test. Now, after these 3 days of wear and use of these two concealer and setting powder from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, I can honestly say that I am a fan.
It is Misela Star approved. Just kidding.
It is definitely a good concealer in my opinion for my skin, and you know, based on my experience with these products, they are very good. I personally will continue to use them. I like them a lot. Now remember, not everything is going to work out the same for everyone. If there are reviews that you've seen that people didn't like them, that is totally fine. We all have different opinions, different views on things, and things work differently for everyone. For me, this concealer worked out amazing. The setting powder is a dream for my skin, my crater-like pores. You guys cannot even believe how sloppily I did my makeup today. I literally did it in 20 minutes, which is why I'm not wearing lashes, and I have a like very off lipstick line and everything. But I just wanted to give you guys my final thoughts, and I did my makeup so sloppily today. And as soon as I applied that setting powder, like my makeup transformed to like perfection, no pores. Like I just am obsessed, like utterly obsessed with a translucent setting powder. I will continue to use this powder. I felt like the concealer shade at the beginning, it was a little too light. Once I blended it and I did the rest of my makeup, I love the highlighted effect it gives under the eyes. It just looks so pretty on the skin. It's a concealer that I would prefer to wear with a full coverage foundation as opposed to a lighter coverage foundation. You definitely have to apply more. It is very high in pigment.
I need to get my life together.
It is very high in pigment, but I would say the coverage, it's more medium to full / buildable. So definitely if you build it up, it still looks pretty and you get that very full coverage look. But right off the bat, if you use a lighter foundation, you would have to apply a little bit more to get more coverage. But for me, that's not a big issue. I mean, if you don't like putting a little extra work into your makeup, then that might be something that you don't like. Yeah. But that's basically it for this video. I hope you guys can share this video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe and comment. Thank you guys so much for all your support, and like always, I will see you all in my next video. Bye.